G'day guys, it's Mark here from North Oz, and today's a very exciting day. I'm going and picking up my brand new vehicle, so let's go and get it. Today was a bit of a stressful start. Got a phone call first thing in the morning saying it's ready to go, but I definitely wasn't ready to go. I had to take off the car seat covers. I had to put all the original factory stuff in the vehicle as well, vacuum it out, take out all my stuff. You know, as we do, we always find a lot of things in these vehicles. We store a lot of stuff in here. So I think I'm ready to go now, signing my last few documents. So let's go and get this brand new vehicle. I'm so excited. Let's get it. I'm just driving now after picking up my new 2023 Toyota Hilux Rogue. Yes, the cat is out of the bag. You all know what it is now. I've been doing my very best to try to keep it as secret as possible, and it's not easy to do. So driving back, my first impressions are, it's actually a lot quieter on the road than I thought it was going to be, especially when you get up to around 100 kilometers an hour. I'd say it's probably about the same as the Prado even, which I really wasn't expecting. In terms of like other first impressions, and I will very shortly when I get home, I will be doing a full walk around of it. Not in extreme detail, but just to show you what we're looking at and some of the features that I've opted for. So in the cabin, the multimedia screen was a little bit smaller than I was expecting. It's definitely lower as well than I was expecting to. It doesn't sit as high up on the dash as my Prado did. So that's one of the first things. I find myself looking up a lot more when, you know, it's actually a lot lower than I thought it was going to be. In terms of like things like the air conditioning and stuff, I really like the fact that it's got knobs and not buttons. They are so much easier to use, and just without having to look at what you're actually doing, you can keep your eye on the road and actually focus on what you need to do instead of having to figure out if you're pressing the right button or not, which got a little bit annoying on the Prado. In terms of like other inputs and stuff, there's more inputs I feel on this Hilux. There's 2 cigarette kind of sockets, so accessory sockets they call them now, I guess. And there is still just the one USB to connect up for the CarPlay, and that's in a little bit more of an inconvenient location, which is closer towards the head unit than it is towards the back. So in the Prado, the USB was behind the gear selector lever and the gear shift knob. So yeah, a little bit more annoying, but there's a little cubby for the phone just to sit in, little slot for the phone to sit in, which is kind of cool. The other thing that I'm not sure if you guys have picked up on this yet from the video, but how much better does this look on video because I've got the black surround behind me here. So instead of the Prado having the white on the A pillar and on the pillars, and also the white, what do you call them? I'll think of it later, but yeah, the roof anyway. The roof on the Hilux, on the Prado, sorry, was white, but the roof on the Hilux here is black. So pretty cool. Definitely helps for just concentrating on the road. There's not as much, I feel like that things stand out to me more on the road now that there's a black surround. It kind of gives me a bit more of a narrower focus. Cuts down a little bit on glare too, I feel like, but we'll see what it's like at full sun. At the moment it's a bit overcast, so I don't really know. The other thing that I'm noticing as I look out through my side view mirrors is that the Hilux's a lot wider than I was expecting it to be. I keep thinking, oh, am I in the center of the road? Because it's a new car, you're always trying to get, you know, your bearings, especially as you're traveling at speed as well. And I'm just looking at my side view mirrors, and I'm pretty close on both sides. I can't really find where the middle is on this vehicle in terms of the middle of the road. And yeah, so it's a little bit, I feel like I'm a little bit too close over on one side, and then I think I'm too close over on the other side. And I look in the side view mirrors, but the thing is just massive. The arches of the fenders stick out a really long way. So it is actually quite a wide vehicle, and that's something I'm gonna have to get used to, especially like when I'm parking it and doing those sorts of things. So, and even just trying to keep it in the middle of the road, I'm figuring out where it is, but slowly, where the middle of the road is on this vehicle. Something a little bit silly, but you know, something to get used to as well. In terms of the ride quality, yeah, I've noticed I've taken a little bit of a hit in the ride quality department as we go over some bumps there. I don't feel like it affects the steering as much. When I went from my Navara to my Prado, I felt like there was a huge jump in the way that the steering felt. I felt like that whenever I went over bumps in the Navara, you know, the steering wheel will be shaking as well. I'm feeling more cabin intrusion with bumps and you know, undulations and stuff. I am noticing that, but it's not affecting my steering. So if that kind of makes sense, it's not, I'm not getting bumped around and then I'm moving the steering wheel like I did on my Navara. It's a little bit different. It's it kind of feels like, yeah, I'm feeling that the bumps are coming through and it is moving me around a bit more. But I feel like I'm still able to have just the same amount of control on the road as I did with my Prado. So those are kind of my first impressions. The seats are very comfortable, electronic adjustable seats, which is really nice. I'm noticing as well, there's a nice little light blue kind of trimming that's got a light on it, which is pretty cool, which I didn't know it had. So I will be doing a full in-depth walk around of this anyway in another video. But when I get out, I'll have a look and just kind of give you guys a little bit of a quick walk around anyway of what we're looking at, what I option the vehicle with. So at the moment, first impressions driving is it's really nice. It's a lot nicer than I thought it was going to be. It's got a lot more features than I thought it had as well, such as different cameras. I think it's got a panoramic camera and stuff. So all that stuff we'll get into in a later video, but I will do a quick walk around very shortly, so stick around for that. So now that we've got the Rogue home, we're just going to do a quick walk around of the exterior and interior, and in a future video we're going to do a lot more of a detailed dive into all the specifications and all the features of this Hilux. So we'll start off with the things that don't come with it from the factory, and that is this snorkel here. So I did put that on as an optional extra, so I did pay for it, of course, through Toyota, and it's genuine Toyota, as you can see there, and we'll go into some details about why I did that as well. But yeah, that's a snorkel there. It looks pretty cool too. I like the little pattern inside there. If you can see that, I don't know, but there you go. There's a snorkel there, and I've also got a dual battery system going into it as well, which is going to be done after Christmas. But yeah, we'll keep going around. As you can see, the wheels and tires, that comes up as quite silver on camera, but it's not actually very silver. Depends on the light. I'm not sure if I can show you that, but it is quite a dark wheel. It doesn't look like the standard SR5 wheels at all. So, and then you've got the side steps there that look a little bit different to the Prado. If you look down, they don't stick out very much at all, but you can see just how wide this thing is. And it was quite hard, like I said, when I was driving, to center it in the lane because it's just such a big vehicle. So you can kind of see that. And it's a nice color red. It kind of changes a little bit in the light. In the sun here, kind of looks a little bit lighter red, a little bit more cherry red. But in the dark, without the sun, it looks just a little bit darker, a little bit more, I guess, maroony sort of a color. But it is a nice color. I like it. I wouldn't have it any other way. Very nice. Then the rear here, you can see it's got the rear sensors. And then we've also got, that comes with it from the factory. I didn't pay for the tow ball or any of that. That comes with it from the factory. And we've got little Hilux mud guards there too. And then you can see here, you got that kind of darker colored side view mirrors to match here. I thought that that was going to be rubber, but it isn't. It's kind of the same material that they use on kind of body panels. So that's a nice surprise. Yeah, so that's the exterior. Quick look at the lights and fog lights there. And you can see that there's cameras all over this vehicle. again, for a reason I will go into in the detailed walkthrough. Lots and lots of cameras all over the place, so we'll talk about that in a later video. But for now, that is the exterior, and I think it looks very good. Oh, and before we finish up on the exterior, let me just show you the key, which is pretty cool. Looks just like the Rogue. And then you can go ahead, unlock it, and then you can use the automatic roller top, which is pretty cool. And then you can see it's got the lights in there too. I was stuffing around with this light earlier. So you can kind of change those lights to stay on or stay off. So yeah, they're pretty cool. I like them. And it's got buttons on both sides, which is interesting. I thought that they only had it on one side for whatever reason. A lot of people complain that this is noisy, but I don't think it's too noisy. Maybe it'll get noisier later on. It looks good to me, and it sounds good to me as well. All right, moving on to the interior now. And you can see that it is almost all black, which is one of my favorite things about it. You can see that it's black on the sides here, on the pillars, and it's black on the roof as well, which gives it a lot more of a premium look. Something that I really didn't like about my Prado was the fact that all these pillars here were white when all the dash and all the trimmings and stuff were black, and then it went to the pillars and the roof lining, and that was all white, which I didn't really like. And it showed a lot of grime and and even just bugs and stuff when you're camping, especially when you have a wagon. The bugs kind of get stuck on there. You try to get them off, and they leave stuff behind. So the black headliner is much appreciated. So I do like that. And then you can kind of just see, like I said, just going through very quickly, you can kind of see that's the interior here. Nice black trimmings. It's kind of faux aluminium sort of wood grain thing. I'm not quite sure what it is, but anyway, it looks good anyway. And if you can see there, I'll see if I can zoom in a little bit. You can see it's kind of got blue LED lighting, which is quite nice. Try and focus on that for you. It's got blue LED lighting in all the doors, so that's quite a nice little touch there that Toyota did. Gives it a little bit more of a premium look. So like I said, we'll save the more detailed stuff for a later video, but for now we've got heated seats in the leather interior, which is quite nice. The center console is quite nice as well, just to rest the arm on too. Feels quite premium. And yeah, apart from that, it's got a few other things as well, which we'll talk about in a later video, which is the panoramic view, which I'm not sure if they've brought that out on Hiluxes in the past, but it is good to see that there's not too many of these blanking switches. So I know there's not too many accessories missing, which is always a nice feeling. But there are still quite a few of these accessory switches that I can use for some of my lights and stuff. So apart from that, guys, I think that's pretty much it for our super quick walk around of my new 2023 Hilux Rogue. Before finishing off this video, guys, just want to say thank you to all the people that are following along with the channel and always watching my videos and stuff. It helps out the channel and helps out me as well, which is really awesome. So thank you, and I look forward to taking you along with me on our new journey of building out this brand new 2023 Hilux Rogue. Before I finish today's video, I just wanted to say a very quick thank you to Adam Cole up at John Cole Toyota and all the team up there. They did a terrific job with getting this vehicle ready and also helping me get myself organized really to purchase this vehicle. There's a lot involved in purchasing a new vehicle, as a lot of you guys will know. But yeah, it's so good having it home, and Adam up there did a terrific job. So Adam, if you're watching, a very big thank you. And if you guys would like to purchase your vehicles, I can't recommend anyone better than John Cole Toyota up at Atherton. So make sure you give them a call if you want to make your dreams come true, I guess. But yeah, apart from that, guys, thank you for watching. We've got a lot coming for this vehicle. It's going to be an interesting build. I'm looking forward to doing the same sort of thing what I did to the Prado, which is I'm going to drive it stock, camp with it stock, see what I actually need, and then we'll build it up from there, and I'm going to take you guys along with me. So it's going to be an interesting 2023 because that's where all the building's going to happen, but there's also a couple more videos to come yet in 2022. So if I don't talk to you guys between now and then, Merry Christmas, have a lovely break, and I will see you very shortly in our next video and in the comments section. Welcome home, David.
Thank you, Mark.
What do you think of the new North Oz Adventure rig? Initial thoughts?
It's absolutely beautiful.
You like it?
I do. Wow.
If that's not the coolest thing I've ever seen.
It's very cool. I like this. I even like the wheels.
Well, I do too. On camera and on picture, it doesn't look that good, but yeah, no, I think the wheels look pretty good, to be honest.
Yeah.
I like the little Hilux sign in there too. I didn't see that.
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
Oh yeah, so nice.
Yeah, I love all that. Nice.
Yeah, all the garnishing's quite nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Eh?
Check this out. You ready?
I'm watching.
Oh no, you need oh no, you can do it.
Here we go. Oh, very nice. It's got that new car smell.
Even in the back.
Even in the back.
It's cool, eh? Like that marine carpet too.
Beautiful. Let's have a look at the front.
Yeah, it's got more features than I thought it did. It's got panoramic cameras and stuff.
Oh
And
wow! It's got knobs. I love knobs.
yes, I know. I said the same thing.
Give me knobs any day.
I said, yeah, stuff buttons.
I reckon.
Stuffing around with trying to figure out which button does what.
There's a fair bit of clearance in there.
Yeah, I mean, there's enough to fit. You know,
that's easy. That's good. Wow, nice.
I like these finishings on it too. Like, they kind of make it a little bit more tough.
Yeah,
looking.
yeah.
Yes.
Very nice.
I don't know how it's going to go over a long period of time, but
well, it's just yeah.
You can always get them changed, I guess, and painted.
They're fine. I reckon they're very, very nice. Beautiful car, mate.
I agree.
Absolutely. How did you drive on the way back?
Oh, I actually drove really well.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely feel the... in certain situations, you feel the cab flexing with the tray.
Yeah.
But the cabin intrusion from the stiffer suspension, you definitely notice. It's not like the Prado, but less body roll than the Prado. So when you go around corners, you're not leaning like crazy.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
So, I mean, I actually don't mind the way that it drives. I think that the Prado could do with a little bit more stiffening up anyway, to be honest. But
yeah, I agree. That's really
I think it handles the road a little bit better. I think it will handle a load a lot better too, like having
a wider stance than the previous ones.
Yeah. Well, I was telling the folks at home that when I was driving, I was having troubles trying to center it in the middle of the road because of how wide it is.
Yeah.
You know, it's probably, I'd say it's wider than the Prado. I'll have to measure it, but yeah, it's definitely a lot wider than I was expecting.
Very beautiful.
So what do we think of the vehicle, Dad? Dad's opinion?
It's a big thumbs up from Mark's dad.
Oh, wow. At the highest of praises.